Two.
I have a question. Was the press gay back then like they are now?
To answer your question, no, they really weren't gay. Shane, I don't agree with using gay that way. He's even making me sound gay because I'm so upset with him. My God. So, well, like Cronkite. Cronkite was a picture.
It's funny to actually be gay when you're being gay.
It's the best.
Like to be mad about something. Get a coaster for that.
Stop it. Yeah. Stop it. Especially this angry gay. Stop it. Shane.
What's more terrifying?
No, that would be if you had two gay dads. There would have been one who's like, Shane, just don't make him mad. Shane, what the fuck are you saying to him? Shane. It just reminds me, and this isn't presidential, but this is one of the funniest things that Nick DiPaolo ever said to me. I know I made fun of him in the last one, so I want to praise him. I love the guy. It's like my brother. We used to live together. And I was telling him about this thing that I had heard about. The thing about Nick DiPaolo is that you tell him about something and he finds the joke. So the thing I told him about was that there's somewhere in Asia, they love monkey brains. And the best way to enjoy monkey brains is when they're still alive. So there's these tables with little like skull-shaped holes in them.
Yeah.
And they put the monkey up there and they cut the top of it and you just cut it open and you eat it with a little stylish fork. And I said this to Nick, and he pretended to be one of those guys. He's like, I'm sending mine back. It's retarded. Like, that would make it taste bad. This one's retarded. I want my money back.
Here's a good piece of trivia, and don't look it up.
Nope. Okay.
Here's a quiz question. Who is Johnson, Lyndon Baines Johnson's vice president after Kennedy was shot, who became the vice president? Your mother's cunt.
Oh, man.
It wasn't her.
It wasn't your mother. It was her cunt.
Her cunt was Wait a second. This is a history podcast.
Yeah.
You're telling me Jones cunt.
Yeah, because he only needed her for 1 year. And then when he ran
excited to watch this.
Then when he ran, he got somebody else, but he called out, Joan, I need your cunt to be my vice. He called her from Dallas. You know that famous picture of him on the plane? He called her right before that. I need your vagina to be my vice president.
All right, so let's start from the top. Mom, I'm so sorry that he said that.
I'm not. I never met your mom.
You held back. Very sweet. So let's do this.
Yeah.
We're going to read some ads.
Okay.
All right. And then we're going to switch over to the Patreon for the last part. So join the Patreon if you want.
Why do you make them go on Patreon?
That way.
That way what?
It's good.
Do you need the money?
Yes.
Really? The ads and the Patreon? You're going to make them listen to ads then switch to Patreon?
Hold on. This is
like when I watch a fucking fight on DAZN, which I pay for, and there's a fucking ad between the rounds.
Hold on.
Is it subscription or is it fucking ads?
Shit, there's 3 ads. Hold on.
But you don't have to put this on Patreon. You don't have to. You don't need the money,
not for me.
Shane.
Matt and Sean need it.
Matt's
got a family.
How much do you get for Patreon? How much really?
I'll tell you.
You tell me. How much
now?
do you think you'll make on this on Patreon?
If 1,000 people join
the
Patreon, it's $5 a month.
It's $5,000 a month. And then you
Times
think they
12.
just stay there.
And then, they like it.
But you think 1,000 people will join your Patreon? 5,000 new people because of this?
I wish you would stop this. Guys,
I will
support the greatest history podcast.
$5,000 a month to keep this content free.
This could be... No,
America has never liked
Madison
nerds.
gets 2.
Don't touch me. Don't ever put your fucking hands on me.
I can't touch your
Don't ever
shoes
put
out
your
of respect.
Fucking hands on me.
I'm gonna grip you up.
God damn it!
Hold on. So Jefferson was shut the fuck up, guys. Shut up, guys.
Sean, get out.
Sean, don't look at me.
Here's a great Kennedy story. So Peter Salinger, I think his name was Pierre Salinger. He was a journalist who hung out with Kennedy a lot. So they're in Kennedy's in the Oval Office, and what Kennedy really liked bragging about was that he could get anybody on the phone ever. The White House operators could get any human being in the world. So he said to Pierre Salinger, Give me a name. I can get him on the phone in 10 minutes. And he happened to know that Truman Capote was writing a book in the woods. He was like in a cabin in the woods, cut off, no phone, on sabbatical. And so he says, Truman Capote. And so Kennedy picks up the phone on the coffee table and says, "Yeah, give me a Truman Capote, please." And just hangs up, and then they keep talking. And in 10 minutes, he hears like they fucking got a helicopter and they lowered it. And
Yes, Mr. President.
The Constitution of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts is like the most liberal document in the world, because Adams was like, I'm going to get it right. Everything that I couldn't get done in the American Constitution, I'm doing in this. And there's stuff in there about Jews having rights. There's even something about gay people in there. Like he was into gay rights, Jews.
Pretty gay back then.
It's pretty gay, pretty Jewish.
It's gay to be a gay Jew.
It's gay to be into Jews.
Yeah.
Dude,
to be into Jewish rights in the 1700s was gay.
Those parliaments
Undeniably gay.
Undeniably
crazy
gay.
back then. Like, I don't know, what about Jews? People are like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
It's
what are
like,
you
come
talking
on,
about,
guys.
Jews?
Back then, have a room full of dude in powder wigs being like, boo.
Yeah.
Like,
And the Jews looked
kings.
exactly they looked the same as they do now. The big black coats,
Exact same outfits.
same outfits, same.
when I was a kid, I lived in Mexico. And from when I know. Like, I'm aware that that's like not.
Pennsylvania
Cool.
crushes Mexico.
Yes.
You guys are dying to get to PA, dude.
Yes. And I got obsessed with the idea of the president of the United States. That's where it became a thing to me. And the president at the time was Nixon. I cut a picture out of him out of the paper, and I taped it up next to
Nixon?
my bed. Yes, I loved Richard
Damn,
Nixon.
you
When I was a
loved
little
Nixon.
kid, I was so about Richard Nixon. And I wrote a letter to my abuelita, my grandmother.
Yeah.
And I sent her a picture of Nixon and said, "This is the president of the United States. He's the greatest
He's the
man,
fucking
greatest
man.
man in the country.
He's so cool.
He's the best man." I didn't know a single thing about him. And he had this serious face. And I had a dream. It's the first dream I remember. My bedroom was in the front of our house. So you looked out at the front of our house. And I was asleep. And it was like a Sunday morning. And I heard a band, like a marching band. And I looked outside, and it was Nixon. Like walking up my street, just no spectators,
Yeah.
just him walking up, followed by a marching band, boom, boom, ba-dum, bum. And I came out on the front yard. We had this walkway, and he got down on one knee and he said, "Louis," and I ran into his arms.
What the fuck? Damn, you love Nixon.
I loved him so much.
Damn.
Isn't that crazy? I've never told anybody that. Do you
How
know that?
heartbroken were
I've
you?
never told anybody that in my life. And so,
Louis.
Lord.
You're like, senor.
And it's funny. There's only
Presidente, senor.
the idea of his joy, because Nixon was such a miserable man that his joyful side was very rare. There's only one time I've ever seen it on film. And it's when he's playing piano. He's in a tuxedo, and I think he's at his daughter's wedding. And he was a concert pianist. He was very good. And he's playing piano, and he plays some big crescendo, and he's got this big dumb grin on his face. And I think maybe I had seen that, because that's the only that grin. Every time I see it, I'm in that dream. So, but my parents saw that I had these pictures of him next to my bed, and they were like, "He's not a good.
He's not
guy."
that great.
He's not, because Watergate was happening. And every night, my parents were sitting in front of the TV, this little fucking color TV, watching Watergate, watching the hearings. And it was like, shh.
And
it
you're
was
like, how's
serious.
it going?
Yeah, I'm like, how's my
guy doing?
boy
How's
going?
How's he doing?
Yeah. And Nixon's resignation was just like a depressing, destroying, sad, fucked up thing. It was just like, what now?
Because when we lost the Civil War, when we lost the Civil War, I don't know what made me say that. No, when the South lost the Civil War, you got to cut that part where I say we lost.
No, that's
cut
good.
that. I don't
That's
know what
good. You
made me say
corrected it
that.
immediately. This is pretty sick. 1893, Cleveland gets reelected.
Yeah.
People liked his hot daughter, and now their new daughter, or his hot bride,
Wife. Yeah.
and now their new daughter, Baby Ruth.
Okay.
You know the candy bar?
Yeah, but isn't that Babe
Named
Ruth?
no.
That's
I think
not
it's
Babe
named
Ruth?
after their daughter.
You don't think it's named after Babe Ruth?
You gotta look that up, dude.
Come on. Feels closer to true. Did they even have candy bars back then?
Look, man.
You know who
Don't want to punch holes in
You know who
this.
Mounds was named after?
Dude,
Your mother's cunt.
I had a feeling. I had a strong feeling. What?
Says, the candy bar was named after Ruth Cleveland.
I like
It
that.
took place in 1921.
You could check Mounds.
Okay.
Check my hands.
See if Mounds was named after my mother's cunt.
Okay. Well,
I mean, it's just sad, Shane.
What if it says Mrs.
Shane.
What if it says Mrs. CK? What if there's a twist?
Maybe I'm projecting. A great
Just
story
lost
about
his
Teddy.
shit.
The way where teddy bears come from. Okay. Teddy Roosevelt was in Pennsylvania. Again, your fucking state. Might have been
Incredible
Virginia.
state.
Not much difference. So Teddy was there and on tour as president. And there were some people, every time the president comes to a town, they always they get so excited and they plan stuff. So they knew he loves hunting bear.
Yeah.
So when Teddy hunts bear, he's way up in a mountain alone with a gun, and it's him and the bear, and he might die.
Yeah.
But these people think he's like a gentleman hunter, so they take him. We're going to take you to hunt some bear, and they give him a gun, and they take him into the woods, and there's a bear chained to a tree, a little bear who's kind of emaciated, and it was chained to a tree, and they go, shoot him. And Teddy breaks down into tears.
Yeah.
And he says, for the love of God, let that poor animal go. And there was some journalist there who drew a picture that was like a little sketch that was in the paper of Teddy with this little bear. And it was, people put that together, Teddy and bear, and started making these stuffed bears that looked like Teddy because of this.
Jesus Christ.
Another great story about him that I heard was that he would fight whoever was the heavyweight champ.
Oh, yeah.
He would bare knuckle.
Yeah.
So like Jack Johnson, I think, had just won the championship. So he was invited. He doesn't know this, what's going to happen. He's invited to the White House. So I don't know if they had an Oval Office yet.
Yeah.
Comes into the Oval Office.
I believe they did.
And Teddy was like, oh, terrific. And he fucking starts. And Jack Johnson's like, what are you doing? He's like,
Don't
come
do
on
this.
now. Because to him, it was like it made sense
Yeah.
that the president should fight with the heavyweight champion.
Dude.
And he fought him, and Johnson blinded him in one eye. And Teddy begged him, please don't tell anybody, because I'll get it. Because Teddy, he's not supposed to do this. So he used to get people to leave the room, and then he fought him, and he was always blind in that eye, which he was always in denial about, because he was sort of ashamed that he did this thing.
Yeah, this
So-
guy's insane. I stopped.
A guy with a G. It's either Grover, Cleveland, or Garfield. One of those two was
Yeah,
shot
he
and
can-
killed.
Yeah.
McKinley shot and killed. JFK and Lincoln.
Nice.
4 shot and killed. Reagan fucking
Close.
badly shot.
Yeah.
Roosevelt, Teddy, shot in the chest,
Bull.
but had a thick piece of paper with his
Fuck,
speech and a
that's so
glasses
cool,
case.
man.
Finished the speech, dude.
Yep, finished the speech.
Got shot and was like,
And somebody shot at Andrew Jackson,
Yeah.
you got
and he had a cane and he beat the shit out of the guy. I almost beat him to death. The guy shot him and he just get the fuck. It was right outside the Capitol,
What?
like by the big pillars or whatever.
Yeah.
And he just beat the fucking shit out of him.
Dude who shot.
Yeah, he was insane. But yeah, like over 10%, like 12% of them have been shot.
Yeah.
That's
So it's an
crazy.
intense job.
It's a pretty intense
It
job,
takes. There's a
dude.
good chance.
It is like a higher rate than actual soldiers in war.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know.
It's probably.
I guess so.
I bet
Yeah.
it is.
Might
That's
be.
fucked up.
Yeah, because in like regular like revolution shit, it's like 70,000 soldiers, 2,000 dead.
What's crazy
Shit
is
like that.
But before it used to be like when you like what's his name, Alexander the Great and whoever. Some kings used to lead, heads of state
Yeah.
used to lead charges. They used to be the front horse, like going right headlong into an army.
That'd be nice to be a
Yeah, a
guy
lot of
holding
Roman
a spear, like,
Roman guys did that. And,
jackpot.
Yeah, I fucking got him.
Holy shit!
got
He's
the
coming
king.
right at me. He's coming right
Oh,
at me.
I'm
Oh,
just
fuck!
some,
I blew
I'm
it.
just some guy.
Fuck! I missed.
Yeah.
Then the other great thing was at Yalta, the conference at Yalta, where
Yeah, this is good.
FDR and
Stalin.
Churchill are trying to get Stalin to come into the war on the Allied. He could have come in at either side. It was a toss-up, or he could have stayed out. But a Russian front to the war was everything. It turned out to be everything.
Yeah.
The same thing that happened to, it's what stopped, it's what killed Napoleon, because Russia is just this deep forest, and anybody who invades Russia just gets absorbed and then stuck for the winter.
Yeah.
It killed Napoleon, and it eventually took Hitler. It's not where they lose, but it's where they drains. Okay.
Yeah.
So Churchill is like the European statesman. He's the one who's been fighting the war longer, and he's been mechanizing. How am I going to do this? And so when they get to Yalta, he goes to Roosevelt and says, "Let's talk. Let's plan how we're going to get Joseph." And FDR goes, "Oh, let's have lunch. We'll do it after lunch. After lunch." And he's like, "Okay, when are we gonna? We got to confab. You and me. We got to triangulate. You come from that. So good cop, bad cop. Like, which one do you want to do?" And FDR is like, "It's all right, Winston. It's all right. It's all right. I got that. We'll talk about it. We'll definitely talk about it." And then they're at lunch with Stalin, and Roosevelt looks at Churchill and he says to Stalin, "Joseph, look at Churchill. Look at what a fat, weird little man he is. Look at him with his cigar. Look how ridiculous he is." And Stalin is like shocked, and he looks at Churchill and he goes, "Ah!" He just laughs, and he fucking drinks vodka with FDR, and they fucking singing songs.
Yeah.
And FDR and Joseph are like best friends. Churchill is a fucking loser.
Yeah.
And then and FDR is like, "So you come in our side?" And Joe's like, yes, I come in your side.
Of
Whoever,
course.
yeah, of course I come in your side. He read the room, and he knew what had to be done. And it was throwing fucking Winston Churchill under the bus, and making him feel like a fat little fucking...
And he was mad about it. He was
What?
mad. Churchill was mad.
Yeah.
He like left there. No, but he got he won World War II at
Yes, he did, but he had to be humiliated.
that. Yeah. We can go as long as we
we've
want.
been talking for?
An hour.
Okay. Well,
You're not
Lincoln,
enjoying this? You're not having the time of your life?
I'm having a great time.
I knew you would. This is
I'm
nice,
not
right?
having a great time.
You're not having a great time.
No, I'm not. I hate this.
Decent time.
Really?
No, I'm having a good time.
How much fun?
You decide which one.
The Japanese were never going to surrender.
Yeah.
And the amount of people that would have died, this is what it's like when you get deep into a war. How many people have died so far? How many more will die if we do it this way?
Yeah.
How many will die if we do it this way? So that's what happened. I don't have an opinion about it. I don't.
I do.
But that's fine.
But here's
I
the
don't.
thing. Here's the thing. Nobody cares about Dresden. Nobody cares about...
No, Dresden, way more people died.
Yeah, and it's also... And first off, not more horrifically, both had like fire tornadoes
Yes.
that just wiped out.
Well, they
I mean,
set
it was-
the...
Yo, let's talk about a real issue at hand. Trash piling up, it's time to take a stand. From plastic bottles to styrofoam cups, our planet's drowning, it's time to wake up. Garbage trucks roll, streets lined with waste, but where does it go? It's not a race to the landfill, a mountain of despair. But we can change course, show that we care. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. Single-use plastics, they gotta go. From straws to bags, it's time to say no. Bring your own cup, your own tote bag. Small steps add up, let's not lag. Sorting all waste is not that tough. Recycling centers, that's where it's rough. Separate paper, glass, and cans. Give them a new life, that's the plan. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand. But it's not just about the stuff we toss. It's about the mindset, there's no loss. Composting food waste, it's a win. Turning scraps to soil, let's begin. Educate the masses, from young to old. The future's at stake, let the story unfold. For the sake of our planet, our home sweet home. Let's clean up our acts, together we roam. Trash talk, it's more than just words. It's about actions, the change we deserve. Reduce, reuse, recycle. That's the plan for a cleaner, greener earth. Let's take a stand.
Atmosphere on fire.
Yeah, it's the scariest thing in the world.
It's awful.
It sucked the oxygen out of a city, and there were fire tornadoes.
Yes.
People were melting in the streets.
Yes.
Into the street. The
Going
pavement,
down the drains.
The pavement melted. So they'd run out of their houses and their feet would get stuck. And then they'd reach down and then just be stuck in the fucking... I mean, it's the worst thing in the world. But you know, they might have had it coming.
But
of course,
like
these are civilians. Of
There's
course.
a joke about two agents running into each other on the street in Hollywood, and one of them's like, "Hey, what have you been up to?" And he goes, "Oh, I produced a special for whatever. Just pick a, Celine Dion or whatever."
Yeah.
He goes, "How'd you like working with her?" And she's like, "Fucking cunt, fucking worthless, fucking spoiled brat, fucking drunk, fucking drug-addled cunt. I hope she fucking dies." And the other guy goes, "She's my niece." And the guy goes, "Let me finish."
We left off at LBJ.
LBJ. First of all, there's an interesting tie-in. A person that ties together JFK, LBJ, and Nixon.
Is it my mother's cunt?
It's your mother's cunt.
Is it really?
No, it really wasn't.
Oh, God damn it.
No, there are some parts of history your mother's cunt did not figure into. There's only a few. If you ever go to 30 Rock, where
I was almost there, yeah.
you were almost there, but then you said something terrible. Just terrible. Shane, how dare you? I just remembered. Get out of my house. Oh, shame on you, Shane Gillis.
I like my SNL cast
Shame
members
on
who
you.
didn't get cut.